What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review. Today we're going to look at some charts. I'm going to tell you why HEX is still bearish, and we're going to take a macro overall look of inflation and the cryptocurrency market. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it.
You big old sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my check looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want a 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. Two really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex on it.
All right, guys. Let's jump right into the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin did cool off. Remember in the last video we were talking about we wanted to at least come by and touch this pivot over here at 58. Looks like it's just a little bit shy of it, and our good buying entry was around 58. So this still looks super bullish. Remember, anything above this white line is bullish in a daily sense. It is in a daily uptrend. This does look like a healthy correction. Will it buy the dip on Monday morning? I think probably it will. If it dumps Monday morning, we might see a red week. HEX. Remember, I thought HEX was going to break down and test this 200, but it actually broke out and upwards on some pretty low volume. The volume is a little bit diverging, but there is no other divergences, and it did reject the 21. Now on the daily chart, this is the daily downtrend. Now this was complete and absolute free fall. Things can't free fall forever. We are getting a rally. I did think it was a dead cat bounce, and I was wrong at that. I thought we were going to come back down here. But look, I'm not going to start getting excited about HEX until we get above this and get a daily candle body close above the 21. Then we can test this pivot. We are now back into this channel, and I think right now we're rejecting the 21. It's consolidating up here. We could find support on this downward channel that we pop back into, and then pop through the 21 and pump to 38. Remember, 38 cents, anything above there, I think we're back in business. I think HEX is back to its hype cycle, but I'm not getting too excited yet because of the staking app. There's a big nasty spike right around here.
Big shout out to Hex.com, man. I know you guys trying to get to the top, and you guys gonna do it. I understand it's your favorite.
Bro, I'm trying to film something over here. Get out of here. Right around Halloween. I'd like to get past that, and this is rolling. This is a rolling bull wave. So these guys are just mostly selling their interests and restaking. I'd still like to get rid of this volume, like wait another week before I start getting interested in buying, because I see that it is rolling over. A lot of these stakes are rolling over into May, into early May. There's a huge candle right here, about 1.23 billion. And but yeah, I'd like to just get past this little area and see what happens in the next week. Technically, this is bearish. We had a huge impulse down. We're rejecting the 21. We had a nice bounce, but it hasn't proven anything yet. That doesn't mean that I'm not an island buy.
Cause I'm an island boy, I'm a stake that HEX, I'm a buy Pulse Doge, I'm a get these shares, I'm a buy that HEX, I'm an island boy, I'm a stake 5 and a 5.
ETH on the daily chart looking like it has a little bit of exaggerated divergence. As you can see, it's flat down here, and then the stochastics RSI is going down, and also on the regular RSI is kind of going down. This could be playing out already. I wouldn't take too much credence into this exaggerated divergence, but it is bearish. Otherwise, the ETH daily pivots are not very useful. The 4-hour chart is a lot more useful. It looks like we are struggling to maintain the 4-hour uptrend. I would say a good buying opportunity of ETH would be, if you are to consider that we are still going to go up, about 37.28 and then around 3,600 would be two good buy the dip situations. I think we are going to continue to go up. I don't think we have much of a choice but to go up because of the current economic state. Hyperinflation is coming. Even Jack Dorsey's warning about it. So if we are to believe that inflation is coming, I mean, we have to assume this is going up. So all these are buy the dips, like around 3,900 and around 37.27. And let's see on the daily chart, where's the good buying opportunity on the daily chart? Be 37.55, which is unironically cross-sectioning right with the daily 21 exponential moving average, which if it hits here, we would be confirming an uptrend. As you know, the Bitcoin ETFs did dump after they were listing, but there is a lot of volume. And as you can see here, the initial price of 40 of the BITO US equities, that's the ProShares Bitcoin ETF on the NYSE ARCA. And look, the initial price was $40. And even though it dumped, it did ended up closing at 39.26. It's only down 2 or 3%. And it looks like there's $500 million in trading volume. Let's keep an eye on these next week and see what these ETFs are doing. Now the technical analysis space has changed because now we're going to be watching the equities version. And the Valkyrie Bitcoin Strategy ETF was initial price of 25 and it fell down to 24.16, but it recovered to it. So it's only down 3 cents. To me, it says, hey, there might have been a sell the news event, but it mostly got bought up. And as you can see, this one's not quite as popular. The Valkyrie is only getting about $75 million in volume, which is still a lot. Still a lot. Let's keep an eye on these volumes and keep an eye on these prices because it can affect Bitcoin spot markets. So the news cycle is really boring right now. And I'm not just going to read articles about boring stuff that we all know about, ETFs and JP Morgan and this and that. So I just want to talk a little bit about inflation. Biden a couple days ago said that he does not have the votes to increase taxes on the wealthy and corporate taxes. So how are they going to pay for these huge budget deficits, and how is the United States going to remain solvent and pay its debts? Well, Biden just told you 2 days ago he's not going to raise the taxes on corporations, these huge multinational corporations, millionaires, billionaires. So how in the world are we going to pay our debts? Well, it's going to be stolen from your savings account by money printing. So if you have $50,000 in your bank account and they double the money supply, they stole $25,000 of purchasing power away from you. It's like going into your bank account, taking half your money. And it's a silent stealth tax. And not only that, but they're also devaluing their debt. Basically, they can pay back their debts with cheaper dollars. So it's a win-win for them, and it's a huge, huge hit to the wealth and prosperity of the middle and lower classes. And it doesn't affect the rich and the millionaires and billionaires as much. Why? It's because they hold assets, properties, crypto, equities. I don't think of bonds. I think bonds are a bad play, but they hold assets, and these assets are going to go up with inflation. And what is that going to do? It's going to increase the wealth and income gap, and the poorer and middle class will become poorer, and the rich will become richer. The Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said she expects price increases to remain high through the first half of 2022, but she does not think that they are going to lose control of inflation. So let me give you a secret. When a vampire like Janet Yellen is saying that prices are going to remain high, there's a serious problem because they definitely do not want to spread FUD into the market. So they're expecting massive inflation. Everyone is expecting massive inflation. So when you look at the prices of Bitcoin and ETH and stuff, and we're looking at pivots, we're forgetting the main thing. The main thing is asset prices have no choice but to go up with this inflation. There's no choice. So we are going up. Definitely HODL gang. But there will be massive volatility and craziness, and my plan is to capitalize on some of that. Only trade with a very small portion of your stack because overall sentiment is up. And the other play is altcoins. If Bitcoin and ETH and these big caps are going up, imagine what these small caps are going to do. So if you have any small caps that you're absolutely bullish on, put it in the description and I'll look at them. But anyways, guys, I got to keep this video short and under 10 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and a subscribe if you made it this far, and I'll see you on the next one.